we've obviously talked about the classic mistakes that retail traders make in the options markets. What about successes? What are the types of options trades that guys tend to get right consistently?
I think what the ones that they get right are, like I said, the guys that have that understanding of when vol is high, probably because there's a catalyst, whether earnings are coming out or there's a FDA decision coming out. That's when you want to buy the vol, because it also limits your downside. If you're totally wrong, you don't lose as much as you would if you're just owning stock by trading options. Okay. And your levered bet you can make more money, and that's what I've seen as the successes so far.
Okay, so you've obviously talked about the older guys, the guys that have been around the block a number of times in the retail trader options market in the US, and either lost money consistently or had marginal success and never made it sustainable. What about the other group of guys that you mentioned?
Okay, the other guys I like to mentor are guys that are young and hungry, guys like myself before they started working on Wall Street. For whatever reason, Wall Street tends to only hire from a certain group of schools, and a lot of times the guy that's way more successful comes from what they call a tier 2 school, but are much hungrier and much hungrier and more willing to learn.
Sure.
And understand that the market doesn't care where you went to college.
Yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, the most successful guys on Wall Street, whether that's in the old days at investment banks or even now, the most successful hedge fund managers, they're all the guys who, at a young age, built their own track records and traded with their own money.
Right. I'd prefer I prefer a guy that comes in hungry and willing to learn, because if you come in with a blank slate, that's better. That's the best way to learn.
Okay, so obviously Wall Street tends to hire from specific schools. What advice would you give to the guys who have gone to tier 2 colleges or guys who have never been to college at all?
Well, I think if you join the institute, number one, we teach you how to the same thing they teach you at Goldman Sachs. Yes, you have something audited where it's like, okay, I've made this much money trading, and here are the trades I've done, rather than some fictional trading account. This is a real trading account. This is real money. I made real decisions, and I'm ahead of the game, ahead of the other guys that are just been following their books, and they're much more marketable and hireable as soon as they walk into a investment bank or a hedge fund.
Sure.